Okay, is there a reason why you didn't stop back there?
Yeah.
Well, we saw him talking to him,
Right.
so we didn't know.
Alright.
There's one scream.
So
There's
I hope you were
another
able to
scream.
hear that sound, and we're going to take a look at what happened just prior to that sound. So that was at 3:12 a.m., 45 seconds in, on one of the Moscow, Idaho officers' body cam footage. Some people think they hear a scream. It sounds like a screech. It sounds like something very briefly from far away. I'm not talking about any of those fake
It was a scream.
manufactured fake news screams that YouTuber Joseph Morris came up with. I'm talking about body cam footage I got directly from Moscow PD on December 13th. A bunch of us who put in our Freedom of Information Act requests on December 8th got the footage on December 13th. So it's taken me this long to go through it. I know people were talking about hearing some type of a scream, but I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth, from footage I got directly from police that I know wasn't tampered with. The only thing police did was redact certain sensitive information. I've gone ahead and further redacted some of this information. There are no minors who appear in this video. There are 3 Alpha Kappa Lambda bros who get stopped by police for underage drinking, and they're cited. There's a 4th guy who was stopped too, but he's 21, so he was good, he proved it, and he was let go. So I redacted their information even further. You will hear some silences in the upcoming body cam footage. I'm playing the whole thing, and I'm showing you snippets with a whole bunch of different filters on them too. I count 4 people that walk by in the background towards the band field, which leads to the 1122 King Road house in Idaho, where the horrible crimes happened on Sunday, November 13th. You can count their heads as they walk past a light. That's the only way you can kind of count. You'll see a head kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people count 5 or less. Some people count 3. I count 4 people. It's easier to look at their heads going past as opposed to their feet walking by. It's really hard. It's off in the corner, and it's only on one of the officers' body cam footage who is facing that way. That happens at 3:12 a.m. and 33 seconds in. So just a few seconds later at 3:12 a.m. and 45 seconds in, you hear this noise. It could be a car screeching, it could be a person screaming, it could be a whistle.
It was a scream.
Who knows what the heck it is? Have cops identified these 4 people in the background? They've already stated this is an unrelated alcohol offense. Stop.
Alright.
There's one.
Cops know who those 4 guys who were stopped for alcohol in the foreground caught on body cam are, but what about those 4 people sneaking past in the background? Cops said they don't care about any minor offenses. I hope cops have ID'd them and interviewed them to see if they know anything about hearing that scream. This was at a crucial point, 3:12 a.m. After all, cops think the horrible crime happened at that house to the Idaho 4, unfortunately, as they're being called, in between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. So you may have to put on your headphones and listen closely. I only really heard it and paid attention when I saw Vinny on Court TV going over it, and now that I have the footage for myself and all the proof, and it takes time to go through and blank out what you don't want released to the public. And I know I'm going overboard not to dox people. None of these people are minors in the video, but I'm just taking out their phone numbers, their addresses, even though it's the address of the frat house. If you watch the entire footage, I was provided with 3 different videos. One officer is Officer Rosendahl. One is Officer Tadashi, and I was provided 2 parts to his video. So Officer Tadashi's body cam footage is toward the end, and you can't really see the people running by on Officer Rosendahl's body cam, but we can listen in to see if we hear the scream at all in that portion too. As far as surveillance footage, at least there was a gas station Food Mart worker at the 802 Troy Road store that took the time to go through surveillance video footage. I love people like this who will take time out of their busy schedules to help solve crimes. This worker said she just had that feeling, that gut unction to telling her to go look at footage Might as well if you're sitting around and bored anyway.
A white car caught on surveillance video, now part of the police investigation into the 4 University of Idaho